Ameer, today's a big day. Oral arguments are set to begin at 10 a.m. Eastern today for the Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization. How impactful would this ruling be if the courts overturned Roe versus Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey? Because this is going to significantly change lots of things that are happening in the states.
Well, impactful, it would be huge. I mean, this would be a complete tectonic shift in abortion law in this country if Roe and Casey were overturned. So this is a big case.
We know typically the Supreme Court justices, they don't usually like to overrule old decisions, especially Kavanaugh and Roberts, but it does happen. How do you think this is going to play out?
Well, this is interesting because that is, I think, one of the fundamental questions here is there's a test for whether the precedent should be overruled. And that's the first issue. Has that test been satisfied to their have they been convinced that it's been satisfied? And second, if it has been, then what happens next? Do they do away with the Roe, or essentially say that the holding of Roe, that there's a right to an unfettered right to an abortion no longer exists, and therefore it goes back to the states to make their own decisions? Or do they say that the right still exists, but we're doing away with this viability line? That's where they draw the line, saying that before viability, you have this unfettered right women do to an abortion, but afterwards the states can regulate it. Those are really the two main questions. And the three inquiries that they're going to consider, and actually these are the ones that were identified by Justice Kavanaugh in 2020 in a case called Ramos. One, it is whether the decision is based on law that is not just wrong, but egregiously wrong. Two, did the prior precedent, that's Roe and Casey, cause significant negative consequences? And third, have people relied on Roe and Casey? They're going to look at those three things in turn. You can expect a lot of questions to the attorneys about whether the facts support or don't support either of those or any of those.
Yeah, so in the court, the conservatives, are the majority, 6-3 justices conservative. How do you see each member on the court voting? I know you don't have a crystal ball, but based on, their records prior.
Right. Well, I think we can assume that Breyer and Sotomayor and Kagan are going to be against overturning it. We probably can, I think, correctly assume that Gorsuch, Alito, and Thomas would be for overturning it. Really, the question is going to come down to the Chief Justice Roberts, Justice Barrett, who you just showed, and Justice Kavanaugh. Now, Justice Kavanaugh, in his confirmation hearing in 2018, he acknowledged that Roe was settled precedent, and that Casey was precedent on precedent. So he's also the guy I mentioned who set forth this three-part test, which many people saw in 2020 as sort of being a shot across the bow for abortion, saying this is how we're going to analyze it. So I think it's all going to come down to Kavanaugh. What's interesting is you needed 4 judges in order to take this case up. The Supreme Court delayed taking this case up from September of 2020 till May of 2021. They conferenced it about 9 times before deciding to take it up. But ultimately, they had the 4 votes, and they wouldn't have taken up a hot button issue like this unless they had a 5th vote to go the way they wanted to go.
Wow.
So, and frankly, the way that this case was, the posture was that the law had been struck down by the district court. That had been affirmed by the 5th Circuit, which is a conservative court. So if the people opposed to getting rid of Roe wanted to just let sleeping dogs lie, they should have just done nothing. So the suggestion is something's going to happen. Something big is going to happen.
Yeah, all eyes are on this case. Oral arguments begin at 10 a.m. Eastern today. Ameer Benno, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.